If it looks like I'm tired, it's because I am. We are at a new location. We just drove somewhere last night, got some sleep. I don't know if you can read that, but anyway, we got up at 3:45. And right now we're road bugling our way back to the location where we were on a bull, I don't know, that rainy day about a week ago or so. Anyway, that's what we're doing. Road bugling, and then here they come.
Another bull.
Boom. Boom.
We had an answer.
It was a wolf.
Wolf. Good sign.
That's a fact.
Good sign. We got up super early this morning. I've got bulls bugling behind me. But if you want to see the real thing, the real born and raised, what it's like at 4 o'clock in the morning, it's Cody copying footage.
Just dumping cards. Workstation here. It's really, really ergonomic.
And as you can see, we've got everything organized, so that's good. Some dots. I'll bring you around to the back of the pickup here. We're just road bugling. Honestly, we've just hit a spot where we're just like, okay, well, we've got 3 bulls, maybe 4 bulls, I don't know. 4 bulls? I've heard 5. Trevor said he's heard 5 bulls bugling over this side right here.
Well, there's only 2 in our drainage. They're right there. You guys just go that way.
Yeah, so they're right behind me right here.
Did you brush your teeth yet?
I did right when I woke up.
Wow.
Well, you know, just trying to help a brother out.
To help yourself out.
Okay, so anyway, it's early. We got bulls bugling. We're gonna wait 5 hours till daylight and figure out the best plan and go chase them. So hopefully we can get some phone scope footage of them and show you guys how big they are. Or small. Who cares?
Bring me danger. I turn all my fears to friends. I need the anger. This isn't over yet. I don't wanna see that white flag waving. This is to the bitter end. 'Cause this is what I live for. I never quit, no. This is what I live for. I take another swing, so I never miss, no. This is what I live for. It's time to kiss the ring, oh, I'm trying to get cold. 'Cause this is what I live for. This is what I live for. I never quit, no. This is what I live for. I wanna see that white flag waving. This is to the bitter end.
Oh, we did it!
The size of that bench across there above that rock. There's got to be elk in there. We got the spot and scope set up. There's a couple bulls right down here on that flat way down there, bugling their heads off. We can't find them, but hopefully soon we will find them and be able to show you. Right now we're just making a plan, trying to lay eyes on them and then make a plan how to get in on them. We had one side-by-side come by us a little bit ago, so hopefully they're not somewhere else doing the same thing, but it's just what it is. If it happens, it happens. I don't know what day it is in the bathing category, but it's not good. Everybody has a pretty good stink to them. Real odor in that pickup. It's, yeah, I'd almost rather ride in the back than in the cab.
Someone needs to spot this one. I don't know where
I think he's in a timber.
I think so too.
that timber draw. He might be in the far.
I think he almost sounds like in this stuff. Bugling.
We have 2 bulls down here bugling for the last 2 hours. We've got one spotted, but now one of them's, it looks like a little satellite, but he's barking. And I just saw a cow come shooting out of that ridge to the left. He's a 5-point, Steve. That's just a 5-point down there, little rack 5.
So when he talks about barking, barking is not a good thing in the elk woods usually. That's an alarm usually for elk. It's kind of a, hey, something's going on. Everybody get your heads on a swivel. That's not a comfortable sign. So
it looks like a 6 like that, maybe.
Shooter, Steve? No.
That's the shooter, I think.
So we're just going to keep glass in here. Let it get light. We've already pinpointed where we think there's a couple different bugles coming from. And then we'll make a move here once it gets good and light enough. We're going to call this the road sign bull. The elk are that way. Well, we've got shooting light and we're going down and we're going to see if we can try and wrangle up one of these bulls. That sounded stupid.
Right now we're working our way down towards all those bulls. We're going to work down this knife ridge. And the wind's blowing down, so we're going to hook left. And then try to get down below them. And then come back on them. Just trying to make good decisions. We've made a lot of bad ones. This is the one though. Or 2 or 3. All those bulls are big. A little bit of running on offense right now. The bull's working his way towards us. And we're trying to get in front of him. He's going up for that cow that was right up there. There was a cow up there before we left. That's where he's going. Going up to the right. By that big tree. Yeah. Point to the right of it. He went down. Okay. Well, this wind's blowing this way, so he gets up on that ridge. There he is, right there. He's coming up on the ridge, right? Yeah, he's coming back towards that cow. Spike. We're shooting that. He's pushing that spike bull hard. Let's go quick. Oh my gosh. He's starting to. I think he's broke off on his fit. He's still like that. This morning. He's about the same caliber. They're both about close to the same size. He's bugling back behind us, so I think our play is going to be go after this bull first. We can get right down and then bottom. Okay. Never mind. We're going to go after this bull real quick.
us up, we can ducktail and head up the mountain. But there's at least 2 bulls back here that are still bugling. We're gonna go after them.
Well, I don't know if Trent told you guys, but that bull went up and over. We saw that go over. We were gonna go make a hunt on those other bulls that we had. But there's some hunters that drove in on a side-by-side. They drove past us. They went down below us and dropped off the bank and snuck up from the bottom. There's no more bugles. It's pretty frustrating. We're just gonna go after that one elk that went over. The elk that went over that mountaintop. Drove down the other side and see if we can't find him, because that's all we got now.
I need a haircut. This is like an incinerator on top of my head.
Yeah, since his hair's 1/2 inch long. We're more than halfway up this mountain.
Okay, well, we made it to the top of the ridge. A little sweaty. A little sweaty. Right now we're trying to locate the bull. We think he might be somewhere back up in here. So what we're doing is just following his tracks right now. We haven't heard him yet. We thought we heard a long distance bugle, but we're not 100% positive. So right now we're just doing the old tracker and walking, looking for some sign.
Just when you think you got him figured out, you don't. Now it's time for trial and error. We gotta just keep working out each angle until we find it.
Well, we got a bull to respond back, kind of where we just came from. So, I don't know, but we're gonna go after him. He's responding every single time, so that's good. Just gotta get the wind right here. We're gonna shoot a bull.
Just like that, we're back in the game. We're gonna drop down, try to get on his level, and then side hill into him.
Maybe get on the other side. I don't know. Yeah. It's wanting to go up. That other side might be better.
Well, it's taken 2 hours, several ridge crossing, but I think we finally have the wind right. Now we're tiptoeing our way back towards him. We're about 300 yards out. I think he's back over. I can see him out there walking.
I couldn't see him. Sounds good. It's only probably maybe 100 yards. Was he? I thought he was coming. That's why he was. I don't know. Saw us move or I don't know. He got fired up, you know. He still is right there. I'm stealthy as a giraffe. Wind isn't awesome. We're going for it. Did they leave? They just started walking that way. There's another bull coming from the other side. So I think the big bull, or one of the bulls, whatever bull's down here, maybe didn't want that other bull to steal his cows, so he turned around. The big bull was coming, and another satellite came in. And the big bull turned around, I think, to go get his cows. And now the satellite's chasing him, and we're chasing both of them. A little confusing, but we'll see what happens. This is a good spot. I see cow. There's elk right there. Here we go. Oh, that's a cow. He's pushing. The sun has lasted all day long. It is now 10:23 in the morning. Cody's working his butt off. Get ready. Let's go. I'll call a couple. Here, let me try it.
stayed like that much swirling and not getting winded. In these weather conditions, in these winds, I should say these wind conditions, with nothing holding steady, you will never kill a bull in this. I think he smelled us right there. He was popping, he was coming, he smelled. Just can't catch a freaking break, man.
See him? He was right here. He was right there.
He sounded like you guys were right on top of him right there.
Can see him?
And then I called twice, and he turned around. He started coming. He's coming.
The wind shifted. I saw the go.
I think they're just gonna circle, go right back up there.
Oh, I don't think they're gonna go far.
Climb up to that lip and listen.
Yeah. It's been a while since we've seen you guys last. We sat down. We decided to let the bull get up on that flat, hopefully bed down for the day, get comfortable. We're hoping for the wind to change, but it's not doing that. It's 4:15 right now, so we're just gonna slowly work our way up this flat. Hopefully he can pipe off before he winds us, because the wind's not good. And if we can get him to crack off, then we'll try to switch around and get the wind right. So we're going to be doing a lot of bugling as we're moving up. See if we can get this bull into bow range.
Well, let's
We won't have much time to do it.
Let's put our heads down and just beat feet then, and just get this mile done quick.
What's our bearing that we want to do then?
Those high trees. We need to go this way, across.
We go up and over. Put it on top of.
So,
We got to cross that ravine.
so he's right here.
No
right?
way. No.
Okay,
He's
hold on.
up. I didn't.
We agree? That's where those trees are? So he's right there on that ridge.
So I think what the plan is we are going to skirt this whole draw, get up around it, because there's a big ditch ravine in between him. Our biggest concern there is wind, which should be our concern every single hunt. So we got to get the wind right. We do not want to screw this up. So, and the wind has been wrong a lot of times, but it's right now just every which way, blowing around in circles. So we'll just kind of play the cards here and see what we can figure out here.
But that's pretty open though.
He might stay in there a little bit. But we need climbing gear for that garbage.
That looks bad. So we can hear the bull bugling right over there in that flat. Problem is we have a straight off cliff and a cliff on the other side to get to him. So we'll probably have to go up, skirt this whole canyon here, and then come around to him. But that's the issue. If they decide we want to go feed and they want to go somewhere else, those things move so fast you can't keep up with them. So we need to just get over there.
Nothing's changed. And it blows back the other direction within seconds. I don't think we should bugle. We know he's right there. Yeah, he'll sit here. He's closer. No, that might be 300.
We gotta go right to that waypoint. This is our time. We've waited our whole lives for this moment right here. This is what we've been trying to do for over a dozen years now together. Stay committed to this one. This is our moment. Feel it. 650 yards to the bulls. This app's awesome. You can put it in directional mode so that whichever way you aim your phone
just start slipping in.
They're calling, but if he doesn't come in, we'll just keep slipping, I think.
Wait, shift it again.
Yep. I got right in my back.
We can try that real quick. If it doesn't work, then we go in quietly.
Then I'll just keep it bugling for like 3 or 4 minutes. Keep me still bugling.
He's moving.
Oh, he's still moving. That's where he bugled last. Okay.
It sounds like he's out on the other end of it.
Copy.
is hard. We've done a lot of miles, a lot of thousands of foot of elevation, climb, gain, loss, and then gain. And that pole's 150 yards and wind at our back for 10 seconds. I don't know, it may not be over, but that's brutal. As much as he is beautiful. Something's wrong. You guys know I'm upset, right? I think we're all upset together. Take it all back.
figure it out. We'll make it work. That was crazy.
All I could hope and pray is I got it.
Hey, you never know. You never know.
I was trying to shoot under that limb and
You had to lean down.
I had to lean down a long ways.
What was it, 25?
It was a 30 pad.
30.
I had to just as I shot, he took it. It was back. It was just back.
Let's just give it some time here. Far back in front of the ham.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Perfect. Yeah, back.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, till I shot. All I could do was hope and pray, dude.
Yeah, that's just one of those things. Oh, man. I could see him on video. I could see him going through there.
He was quartered. He was quartered away. And the stick that's coming out right here, I had to get completely under that to shoot. And I should have just dropped it. I should have dropped all the way down to my knees is what I should have done.
That would have been, he would have. Oh, he winded us just a little bit.
Yeah.
He was headed out. I was hoping he would step from where he was raking just out in that lane.
That's what I was waiting for.
Perfect. But he did never do it. He just kept raking and raking. They're right there.
Perfect elevation back. I had to hunker. He was like 25 yards raking the tree.
For like 10 minutes.
30 yards, all I had to do was step out, and our wind shifted. And he walked away, and then he turned. It was quartering away, and there was a limb sticking up, and I had to get down like this under it to shoot. When I did, I just shot back. I have no answer for that.
He said right in front of the
Perfect elevation, but it was like
femoral.
quartering away right there. That's what I'm praying for, dude. Dude, all he had to do was step the heck out, and I was thinking, but he was facing us raking, so we were screwed. And then the wind just barely shifted. It sucked.
He's gonna die. We're gonna get him.
I mean, I had to it was like this when I shot. I couldn't drop to my knees. He would have blown out.
He's quartered away and
Yeah.
you went in that way. We're gonna get him.
Do you have video of it? Dude, that thing about blew my freaking eardrums out.
I thought he was like 40 yards that way.
Come here, I'll show you where he is.
You guys did amazing, man, to get to here.
Dude, I don't know.
Once he started raking, I was just like, let's go.
We moved.
We just,
Right up here.
and I was like, we can't, how do you get any closer? He's facing right at us, too. When he's
If he
raking.
would have been facing the other way, I would have walked right up and shot him at 20 yards as soon as I got here.
Oh, yeah.
He caught, definitely.
Yeah, he caught wind.
So he walks straight away. Steve's at draw. He bends down. And then the bull comes out.
Oh, he just was walking when you shot.
Yeah. What do we got going? How do you feel about it?
I don't know. I made a split decision. I don't know if it was the right decision, but I mean, I shot him for the yardage that I thought he was close to, but I had to duck down under a limb to get a shot because it's thick in here, and he was slowly walking. I probably should have tried to stop him. I saw where the arrow hit. I'm just hoping I get lucky. That's all I can hope for.
So we're just gonna quickly go check for the arrow. We've watched the footage. It looks like it's right in front of the hind quarter. It's what it is. We're not gonna lie about it, and we're gonna do the right thing and just look at blood. I mean, if it hit the femoral or something like that, he's dead. But if it didn't, then we back out and come back tomorrow. So we'll just see what we got here. Very good. I saw it too. I saw it right through here. There it is. I saw it. There was an elk walking. There it is. Right back through here. There it seems. Might be a deer. I don't know.
No, I saw it.
It's an elk. It just went right out through there.
I see an elk walking.
See him. He's standing there. He's standing there. I can see him. The arrow's still in him. The arrow's still in him. He's right through here. The arrow's still in him, right in his hand. See him? He was just looking around. He wasn't. He was looking around. I mean, his head was down, and then he would look back here. Yeah. I just saw his right side. The side he shot on him. That's all I could see. There's blood. He was cool. He was in the back corner. So what we decided here, tough decision. Steve is sneaking, gonna sneak in. I spotted the bull. I could see him with my binoculars through all this. I mean, it was way back in this stuff. And anyway, and he was still standing there. The arrow was dead center right in his ham. I saw about that much fletching sticking out and blood coming down his leg. So these are the tough things. These are the tough things in bow hunting. Any hunting, actually. Just nobody wants to talk about this kind of stuff, but this stuff happens. It's brutal. So he's just going to go up and survey if he can get another arrow in him. Awesome. If not, we're going to back out and come back tomorrow morning. Right now, the sun is just dipping. The sun is just dipping down. It's going to be dark here just after a little bit. So that's where we're at right now. Tough deal.
I don't think he's gonna get up much and move around him. Unless it's something would have to bump him, I would think.
What's that?
Right where you and I saw him, there's this little rise right here. He's over, it goes over the rise through a little opening. And he's laying there facing straight away. Face that way. He's bedded down. How far did you think? 100? Yeah, I'm probably like 125. But I'm afraid to try to slip in there, dude. I can try. He ran from here to there. He's been standing there, and he's bedded right there, less than 300 yards from where I shot him.
Yeah.
But it's just what's gonna kill him.
Yeah. What is he gonna die? What do you think?
Or is he gonna be kicked up by morning? I don't know.
It's not guts, it's ham.
Or does it worry that they'll come through here and get him on his feet tonight? Do you want me to? I can take my rangefinder and take my boots off.
Get another arrow in him would be the best case scenario.
I would do. You want me to go try it? It wouldn't be a bad bet. I can try if you want me to.
It's up to you, buddy.
It's up to you now. I hate these.
This
What happens if I go over there and I heat boom, it's freaking over.
Then we go. No, he's still bleeding.
Yeah, I got off this blood trail. There was
Yeah.
blood trail the whole way.
No.
Well, I mean, it was just like both sides, blood. You know,
Both sides?
Yeah.
I just
Really?
think that if you do bump him, he's only gone 120 yards. He's probably only going to go another 120, and then we'll back out.
there a spot I can go up with you and then you go from there?
You can if you want, where we can see him. Yeah, why don't you go with me?
You might get where he's going.
Yeah, come with me. Hey, it was good to see him bedded.
Oh, and he's hurt, guaranteed.
What time is it?
6:10.
6. We have 20 minutes to get a shot here.
Slowly get up there and just keep ranging him.
Oh, buddy!
I love you, man.
Oh, we did it! That last shot, I smoked him. Freaking double.
You did a great job. You did a great job.
Oh, you guys, get down here.
Oh,
Buddy.
thanks. Got the shakes, got the shakes. Love you, bro.
Oh my God, it all came together.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. That has been a journey.
Is he big?
He's big. He's great big.
He's good enough.
He's great big.
Dude, we're done in AZ.
You did it. You did it. Your biggest bull of your life. You stuck with it and you did it. Hey,
That last
trials,
shot was
tribulations,
freaking-
sometimes stuff happens.
It does.
That last shot, I think the first shot money too.
It felt
looked
pocket,
good.
dude, but he was
It looked-
quartering away.
It looked good.
That last one was money.
He dropped.
Oh, I drilled him. He's dead right there, isn't he?
I think so.
Yeah.
He's done.
Oh.
We got him.
Yeah. I'm in the sackies. You got it all, didn't you?
Oh man, oh good job, Steve.
Oh, brother.
Good job.
You guys, Steve did it.
We did it, man.
Awesome, dude. It was so awesome.
Thanks for sticking with me through the highs and the lows. I don't know what else to say.
I
That's the
would
biggest bull of my life.
It's a giant.
He's going on the wall. I don't know. He might be 310, but he's going on the wall.
Giant.
Dude, when I saw that last arrow hit, I didn't even look at him drop. I just threw my hand in the air. I knew he was
chaos. Pure chaos.
Is that him right there?
He's right there.
Talk about
From the lows of lows, like, I've just been rattled. We've been chasing all these giant bulls, and it's just like, what do we do?
And pressure.
And just people.
Trying a big tag is a different deal.
I will tell everybody, whoever's watching, just because you get a big tag, it isn't all freaking bells and whistles and.
I was worried. Like
stressful.
It's a
today,
roller
today
coaster.
I was
It's a
like,
roller
thinking
coaster.
about it honestly. Is like, I hope we're not making this hunt not fun for you.
It wasn't. No. It was.
It's just. Like,
It's just me. It was just the stress, the pressure.
Right, no, exactly.
Oh,
but like,
It's hard.
It's just what we do. There's a lot of stress. I mean, those two things right there stress me the beep out. So
Well, you did great, man. You just handled a very, very.
I'm not even going to
difficult
tie
shot.
my laces.
Really
I
well.
want to go see him.
Hey,
Let's go
can we
check
do
him
a group
out.
hug?
Yeah.
Check him out.
Guys,
Oh
I
man.
love you guys.
Good job. Love you guys. We did it. I was praying. I was praying so much the whole time.
Hello?
Hey, honey.
Yeah?
I'm standing here with Trent, Cody, and Trevor, and I just killed the biggest bull of my life.
Really?
Yeah, a giant 6x7. So we're gonna have another mount in the house. He's huge.
Awesome.
So I didn't have any service from my phone, so I wanted to call you. It was first shot was a bad shot, but he didn't go very far, and Trent and I snuck in. And
Well, congratulations.
well, thank you, honey. What's that?
Good job, Dad.
Thank you, sis. I love you guys and miss you.
Good too.
Okay, I love you, honey.
Love you too.
Okay, bye.
Let's go get some hands on this big boy.
Touch that freaking rack. Oh, Trent.
We did it, buddy. We
Did
did
you
it.
get all that rest of that?
It was pretty epic. I'm not gonna lie to you. Holy moly! Look at that.
I'm almost 100% positive, Cody. He's that bull.
the one on the left this morning. What you
Yeah.
Look at that.
Holy smokes!
I don't know what he scores, but he's the
That's a
biggest thing
Sportsman's
I've ever.
Warehouse bull, guys. Look at that thing.
Oh, that one. Look at that one behind the.
What a stud, man.
Is that a good bull?
Oh, he's giant.
Good job, Steve.
Steve Areno.
I want to pull those arrows out. Oh, that one in the back was done.
That's a real quarter shot, wasn't it? Yeah.
You guys, what did I just freaking kill? Is this big?
That's
Yeah, that's
big.
It looks big to me.
Oh, he's got double devil tines.
double devils, and he's a 7 on
Dude,
that
look
side.
at the size of him.
Look at his thirds. Oh my gosh.
That was that little. This is him.
Yeah.
That was him. That was the one down below. Holy catfish, he's huge, man.
Probably a shooter, Steve.
All that, like, up and down and roller coaster.
All worth it. Unfreaking real.
Good job.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you guys so much.
You did awesome,
We had
Steve.
to adapt tactics. You guys did the call and sneak.
Never done that before.
Can you hold him up just a little bit, please? I just want to take about 1,000 pictures of him.
Okay, let me shut this thing off. We're gonna get some photos. It's been an amazing day. Look how long he is. You know what?
The elk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so long.
So this hunt to me has been a 13-year long wait. It's something that I've dreamed about ever since I started bow hunting, to be able to come out to Arizona and hunt elk or any you know, great Rocky Mountain State. To be here with you, Cody, Trevor, and Trent, and for you guys to be committed to me for this tag is just, there's no words to explain my, you know, how I feel about the brotherhood and the commitment that we have given to each other over the years. And I don't know, it's just overwhelming. A lot of excitement. There's been ups, there's been downs. We've been in huge bulls almost every day, but it's just different than what we're used to back home. So we're having to change our tactics up out here to make things happen, but we did it as a team, and this is a result. It's pretty freaking exciting.
Guys, this was day 8 of a 14-day season, but this has been a culmination of many years, and to have this moment with all 4 of us it's super special.
That's another thing too. We've been doing Land of the Free projects for the last 2 years, and this was huge for me, for it to be us 4, back to we've been laughing every day.
Yeah.
Cracking jokes at each other, riffing on each other, and just having a blast. So it's, I don't know, that's it. This is just the added bonus. Really, that's what it is. We're all out here trying to harvest animals, but when you're out here with your brothers and having fun, in the end, that's what it's really all about.
Nothing better.
Nothing better than that. But this does put icing on the cake.
Trent, you got any words of closure on that?
Me? So this whole series, we've kind of been going back through what we've done in the past and kind of how we started and the journey that it's taken us and the travels that we've had to get to where we are now as a company and as a brotherhood. And man, there's no better words as far as for this elk season project to be summed up into committed. Steve drew a tag. We were just as excited as Steve, probably even more nervous at times, just wanting him to succeed so much. And it was a roller coaster. We've had wind problems. We've had, you name it, in the elk woods, we've had those problems. But we adapted to what we needed to do and kept after it every day. We just never gave up. We just kept on going. It only takes one. So, and this is what it is. So no, any advice for people out there is stay committed to not just yourself, but your hunting partner or whatever you're doing in life for that matter. Stay committed, and good things will eventually happen. I promise you, if you just stay with it.
Light a match, let it go. The fire catch, explode. Blow your mind one more time. Hurricane running through my veins. I'm buck wild, honey child. Ain't a line that I won't cross.
So, just like we've done with a couple other elk this year, we are trying our new game bags. We're going to launch these at some point. Right now, it's just kind of research and development, and we're super excited about how they've actually come out. We haven't had any really failure yet. We're trying to figure out materials. We're trying to keep all 3 of them, lightweight, trying to keep them durable. We're doing tests on bouncing them up and down and everything. And so it's a zippered game bag, and we'll also have a boned out meat game bag too for like all your hamburger and spare meat. But a lot of times, if we're not too far back in, we're going to be just quartering it, just like we're doing right now with Steve's elk. So it's pretty exciting. We've kind of broken ground on some new things that we think are super important. And this right here is what it's all about. Feeding your family for a whole year with one elk, and if that meat spoils, man, it's not a good scene. So anyway, meat care is at the top of our list, and this is a main big player in that whole thing. So anyway, check these out.
One thing that we've been hoping and praying for this whole year is to kill a giant bull to see for sizing and whatnot, and here we have an Arizona giant laying on the ground. So we are going to put this to the test. This is the ham of him. just grabbing the cloth here. We're gonna shake that sucker. See if we can rip out the zipper. Let's hold it down, zipper down, and just really test it. This could go bad.
On television. That looks good.
I mean,
And the cool thing about it is, why we went with the zippered motion is, like you saw when we took off that ham, a guy, if he's all alone, like Jeff Lusky's here with us right now, helping us pack this out. Thank you, Jeff. He's been hunting by himself in a different unit, and he could take that game bag, spread it wide open, get that ham, start cranking up just like I'm doing the front shoulder here, and actually lay it right over into that game bag with it all unzipped and laid out. Whereas the old traditional game bags it's just a big pillowcase. So he's gonna have to pull and pick up that whole back ham by himself, try to get that pillowcase underneath of it. Whereas this way it's just, boom, you lay it over, zip it up, and you're done. So it's got a lot of features that I think people are gonna really, really like.
So we're the one thing, like Trent talked about earlier, we're testing a couple different materials. This material we weren't too sure at first. We like the breathability is incredible, but we were worried about the strength of it. But we used it a little bit in Oregon on some Roosevelts, and so far has been good. And anxious to kind of put it through its paces here. So. Oop. That guy's so impressive.
Okay, go ahead.
see if she fits. It's a big boy.
This is the lightest zipper and the lightest material. So.
How'd that go, Steve?
Good. Perfect.
Check it. Check it, check it. Zip her down.
It's a heavy ham.
It's a heavy ham. It's not.
It's good.
How's that feel?
Feels awesome.
So something I was wondering is, like, with dirt and everything, since you can see through the bag, do you think it's going to be a permeable membrane?
We'll see.
This is going to be teamwork.
Be good with light. But
We're done. Time to pack it out and head back to camp and celebrate. Get it to the cooler and head back out on the hill with Jeff and see if we can't call him in a bull. It's awesome.
450 yards.
That's what it's all about, guys. Packing out. Oh, it was awesome. We talked about committed earlier and how we're committed to the guy with the tag, and it goes even further than that as far as Jeff and Lusk, and he brought his buddy Justin up here. We just gave them the coordinates and they said we will be there within an hour, and they came and gratefully help us pack this thing out, because it is even with 6 guys, it's a heavy load. Thank you guys to those guys, and we're just one step at a time. I think it's only about a half a mile. It's not too bad.
I shot him right in that twice through the heart. It was so steep. It was 530 yards. It told me to shoot 482 yards. Like 29
Just
degree
straight downhill.
Nothing stories. They're gonna see it later.
Yeah.
Copy.
They're gonna see it later. Uncut H-dub.
Dub's here.
Should I go get my sunglasses?
Please,
I would,
please,
yeah.
please, God, no. This is a special time.
This is my first uncut.
This is
this is gonna be
a
special.
special
I
moment.
guarantee you this is gonna be rough. I guarantee you.
I actually missed these a little bit.
It is fun. It is fun.
Yeah, they were fun.
Today on the Uncut, guys, tonight is going to be, I'm gonna have to cut this up real quick, but for tomorrow's video, Steve kills his bull.
What? You're telling them that we kill it already?
This is gonna be after they see the bull dead, Trevor.
I'm confused.
Oh my goodness.
I got it.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
I missed
yeah.
H-dub's
So,
out.
How did you guys like the hunt? Trevor's a little bit behind. How did you guys like the hunt?
Before we start, I'd like to tell everyone, thank you guys for wishing me happy birthday. I went through all your comments, and it was really fun to read back through those.
Did you respond
There
to
was a
everybody?
couple people that were jerks, but most of you guys were really nice, and I appreciate it.
Yes!
Keep the jerk comments coming.
Please just be nice.
Love Brandon.
I
Love
don't,
you.
no, I don't.
Okay, let's get to it. I want to keep this as short and sweet as possible.
It's not
but
going to be. Just
no,
so you know.
I know.
There
But
is no way that this is short.
there's some stuff that we need to touch on. Okay,
This is going to be the longest episode ever.
it may or may
It
not
could
be a
be.
2-hour episode.
It could be.
Yeah. Let's just, before we even break down the bull, before we even do that, what entails the stress of this tag? How does that work with that paperwork in your pocket?
Steve was a train wreck.
Train.
I was a
wreck.
train wreck.
You guys saw it.
I'll admit it, 100%. You know, I am a hunter. I'm not a trophy
Trophy
hunter.
hunter.
I'm an opportunist, so it's like,
The whole time we kept joking like we're trophy hunters now.
yeah. So yeah, no.
And
But
it's really easy to be the non-hunter and say we're passing every single thing.
like when I went
unless
with you
it's
to,
giant.
we talked about this earlier. When I went with you to New Mexico,
Yeah. So
it was just like a great vacation for me.
several years ago, I got lucky and I drew New Mexico. Steve came down and he helped me out for 4 days. Well, that was like vacation for him. Stressful for me. 14-day hunt for me on day 12. I got one. Well, the tides have turned, my friend.
Yeah, and it was horrible.
And day 3, Steve was freaking out.
I'm ready
when
to
the
shoot a
wind changed.
6-point bull.
He sees a little rag
Stand by one.
5-point.
Dimitri Melos. Comment on YouTube. I'm sorry, but Steve's temper tantrums are getting pretty damn funny.
See, there we go.
He
I'm just
acts
trying to
like-
entertain.
He acts like a little darn kid. I don't know how you all put up with that guy.
Oh gosh, he was having.
I just had to throw that in. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
They love me.
They love
I
you.
can't-
They love you. They love you.
Well, Steve, when you have that paperwork in your pocket,
Oh man, I can't
there-
imagine.
there is
yeah.
a stress level that comes with it. It's the awesomest thing, and it's super stressful because there's all these preconceived notions that you have.
Yeah.
Like, you have to kill this bull of a lifetime,
Yeah,
and
100%.
and it does.
Which is something we've never, ever portrayed.
No,
Ever.
I mean, I read
The
one of your-
trophy is always in the eyes of the beholder.
I
Yeah,
read,
exactly,
I read one of
100%.
your guys' comments that said, "Man, if this was a newcomer to Born and Raised, and they saw how you guys were acting about, you know, oh, that bull's not big enough, they'd think you guys were all a-holes, just trophy hunters, you know." And I'm like, that's absolutely right. If this was the first time you ever saw us hunting,
Oh, man.
you'd be like, what pretentious jerks, you know?
Yeah,
But
I can see that. I can see that.
We were trying to do something different than we've never done before. Usually, the first legal bull that steps foot in bow range
We
is
shoot it.
getting shot.
Yeah, we shoot.
Yeah.
But this was also the time for us to capitalize on, you know, people are like, oh, you know, you should hunt after the meat, not the horns. Well, this is a moment where it's not about the horns, it's about the experience.
100%.
I mean,
100%
when you can
experience,
go
yeah.
around a corner and bugle another bull, screw that up, and then literally go a half mile and bugle several more bulls.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It was the experience of a lifetime, and frankly, us that didn't have the paperwork in our pocket, we did not want it to end. It's a 14-day hunt.
Trevor said it right. Trevor
Yeah,
said
he
it in
did.
the video. He was just like, I hope Steve doesn't kill one because I want tomorrow's sun to come up and
Yeah.
I'm still hunting.
Yeah, like every single day like this,
Yeah.
yes, please.
Yeah, I'll take it.
We've been hunting in the trenches in Oregon.
Oh, I'm just like, Spike, just start just drawing.
Yeah.
You know, for me, it was experiencing it. I mean, we didn't see a lot of raghorns, like bulls that we don't pass up every year.
Oh, no.
So for me, it
No.
was like,
It was tough.
it
Like,
was tough. It was
Yeah.
super tough. You know, I mean, this was a tag that I've applied for years. And once
how
I drew,
many years?
So I drew it on
13.
13. It should have taken me 16. But it's like, this is a
13 years.
13 years, and it was like, I was so excited, but once we got there, the amount of pressure that I put on
I
myself
can't imagine.
to try to, you know,
not disappoint people. I
Well-
I just took all of that in, and people say it's like, oh, well, he's a mess, he's a wreck. I was, because it was like,
Well, you want it to work out because
I did, yeah.
you have the stress for yourself, but then there's also the stress of Trent, Cody, myself. I took 2 weeks off of work.
yeah, 100%.
So
yeah.
I could fly out and
Yep.
help you hunt. And when you came and helped me in New Mexico, I felt all that stress too. Like,
Yep.
dude,
Yeah.
Steve came out all this way just to help me. I don't want to screw this up. I want to make every opportunity count. And so when it doesn't work out, it feels like so much pressure. And so
We don't
yeah.
pass up 6-point bulls. I'm sorry, we don't. So when you have,
We were
well,
hunting.
I don't know how many. I don't,
It was
multiple.
it was a little different environment.
It was a little different. But I did. I mean, I'll admit it. I put a lot of stress on myself, but it was a great
Steve,
experience for me.
That's what everybody right there loves. They love that because when it comes through, holy cow.
Well,
We're losing it. We're losing it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
It builds up to the very end
I
every
love
time.
it.
Every
I love
time.
it. No, it's awesome, man. It's just one of those things where we all went into this hunt helping each other out.
Yeah.
And the hunting balls, it's not just the tag holder. It was me and Trevor and Cody going,
Yeah.
okay, is Steve even having fun? Is he even
Yeah,
liking
I
this?
was. I mean-
and that weighed hard on us. It's just like, yeah, you were getting frustrated on wind and you're getting frustrated, and I'm thinking, this is only day 3. This is the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
so glad that 360 bull ran away because we get to hunt tomorrow. You know, I mean, it was just like, it was Disneyland, and just pick the ride you want to go.
Yeah, yeah. But for me, it
But for a
wasn't.
tag holder, it's got to be different.
It was. For me, it was different because it wasn't. The hunting side
Right.
was very stressful, but the camaraderie side for us
Oh,
as
yeah.
a group,
that was the best.
the
We had
laughs, I mean, the stuff that is not shown on video was.
No, we actually show pretty much everything. Yeah.
We had
Why
a
did
blast.
Why did you guys show me farting? Why?
Oh,
Who does that?
a lot of
I did
people.
that in confidence.
Hey.
It was. My
There's no-
wife, no, when I'm
We
sitting
all
there-
have kids. Have you ever read the book Everybody Poops?
Yeah, there we
Everybody
go. Everybody
farts.
poops,
Okay,
everybody
here's the
farts.
deal.
Everybody
I'm
farts.
sitting there with my wife and children watching it and just, and I just looked and my eyes went, they dilated.
Hey, Trevor, you need to.
And Shannon goes, why did you do that? And so there's thousands of people watching. I'm like, I was with my 3 best friends.
And you know what? When I was editing it, I said, I'm so glad that you did that. That was
Why?
exact words that came out. Because it was awesome.
It was.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean-
Well, remember Steve? Steve has the one where he just looks over and he goes like that and just rips.
You know,
Oh, man.
we
Steve could kill people. I'm not gonna lie. Steve could actually
There's
kill
times a year that
adult
it's
human
lethal.
beings.
It's
Adult
lethal.
human beings. All right, let's get back. Let's stay focused. Let's stay focused. All right. We have a few different topics I want to talk about to make this the longest uncut in history.
yeah.
How thick it was. It was thick.
Well,
It wasn't like I would think that people would think of Arizona being that thick. Earlier in the day, I mean, we couldn't have got a shot at 10 yards.
There's
There
parts
was
of that
bull,
unit.
that bull was screaming his head off
Yeah.
at less than 50, 40 yards maybe.
Yeah.
We couldn't see it.
No.
We couldn't see a hide nor hair of it.
No, there were parts of that unit. There was more of the big open ponderosa,
Yeah.
grassy, green, beautiful, and then there was that real thick juniper,
Yeah.
mahogany type.
I don't
stuff.
even know what
I don't know.
oaky. There was some kind of
yeah,
oak
it was-
stuff. That's
it
what
was
that
more
bull was
shorter,
rubbing. That's what your bull was
thicker.
rubbing. Some little
Yeah.
oak bush.
And
Yeah.
then we hiked some country.
Yeah.
We
Up,
did. Yep.
down. Oh, I mean, we
Yeah. It
put in
wasn't
some
like it was
miles
just
up
flatlanders.
there.
We're not flatlanders.
You know, I will say the pack out wasn't bad. It was only 700 yards
Not
flat to the
Pretty flat.
the cat road.
Thank you, Jeff and Justin. We love
Yes,
you guys.
thanks,
God bless
guys.
you guys.
Thank
You're
you,
gonna,
guys.
you're gonna see more of them. You're gonna see a little more of
Yeah.
them maybe coming up.
Is that a teaser?
Possibly. The other thing that I wanted to touch on is just the calling setups that we did as far as in that thick stuff, the tactics that we used. We had to adapt, and we've talked about this in our last uncut, adapting to what the elk are doing. And what we talked about in the last uncut was like these ridges. These elk would come down off these ridges in the morning, and they would go down to a spot that we couldn't find. Honestly,
Miles away.
Yes, miles away, and then they would come back up. And then we aborted calling altogether at one point, and then tried to intercept them, which didn't work. Because
No, that's when Steve had another temper tantrum.
Steve had a meltdown. Yeah, and because of the wind, kind of.
Because I thought we were going to get Diesel that night.
Oh yeah, that was man. Anyway,
He was like the bull of all bulls for us.
it was so cool.
He
Something
sounded
about
awesome.
it. It was just his.
I'll get him next year. But anyways. But no, it's the whole thing of calling it and adapting to your
Yeah,
environment and just
100%.
going, okay, this isn't working. They're not just coming running at us.
No.
But like we talked about on day 2, that giant whatever it was, huge enormous, came just running into 26 yards.
Yeah.
And
27.
that's what I said.
It was
And,
close.
I mean,
He was giant.
oh, he was beautiful. And
How
we
big
almost-
do you guys think that bull was?
No idea.
Leave a comment below.
Big.
Yeah,
He was huge.
his tops were beautiful.
He's in his fronts
Yeah.
and his middles.
I never
He
even
was
looked at his fronts. I just
giant.
looked at his tops with the binders. I told Trent, I said, we're shooting him.
I said, Steve, is he a shooter? Because I couldn't see anything.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, that must be it.
When you
Yeah.
just listen to Steve's like breathing as that thing's coming in, you hear him hyperventilate, and Trent's like,
I think a
just
lot of
calm
that-
down, just calm down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
you
I
see
think-
Trent's video like this.
Just a lot of that. I think a lot of that's my breathing. Honestly, dude. Because I was so jacked up on that. I think I was more jacked up than Steve.
Oh my gosh, it ran away, and my wife Shannon goes, "What?
What are they doing?
He didn't shoot him? I thought he was gonna shoot this one." I'm like, we wish.
Yeah.
It didn't happen.
Why didn't you do that? That
Oh
would've been good.
gosh.
That would've been
Maybe it was the meowing.
good. That was rough.
We tried to stop him.
We're a calling company.
Yeah, we are a call.
Just so you know.
We need to make a cat call. Anyways.
Walk up there, I'm like, what was
Yeah,
the,
it got rough.
why was there a,
Yeah, the comments said that it got rough.
yeah, really?
It did.
Yeah.
Feline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cougar call.
Yeah.
But
Sound like Casey.
anyway, okay, all right. So let's get to the next topic.
Go
I
ahead.
think we covered that well enough. Is
Sure.
yeah. So Steve shot his bull back, and
Yeah.
that's the thing about Born and Raised Outdoors is we don't try to make things what they're not.
No.
We are human. Everybody makes mistakes. Steve shot that bull as it was walking instead of, and he had a call. You had a call in your mouth.
did. I had a split
And
decision.
He had a split decision to make, and he shot the bull. The bull was taking. I mean, when elk are moving, I don't care if it's 20 yards or 50 yards or however far. That arrow, it takes a while still to get there, and a bull can move a long ways. in
How
30
far was
yards.
that bull away?
It was 30,
30
yards.
yards.
It was
30 yards away?
yeah.
Yeah.
And at 30 yards, one stride is
Oh man,
3 feet.
it's a big
3 feet.
it's a big feat. And it
And
was,
Steve knew exactly where he shot him. Reviewing it, well, even after we got up to the bull after it was dead, you hit exactly where you said, right in the
Yeah.
hind quarter,
And-
right
yeah.
in the
and-
hind quarter, right in the middle of it.
That was part of the beauty of us videoing is we were able to rewind it,
Yep.
slow mo,
And
and,
this-
and it looked like
yeah.
it was right in the crease, right in front of the hind
Yeah,
corner.
right,
it was
and we
not.
were hoping that it was femoral artery at the time, and just slowly walked it out, you know, and
You've got to hope for the best case scenario, right? All of us want the same thing. All of us want a dead elk at the end of the trail. Everybody does, right? And
you know,
so-
as quick as possible. I mean,
Correct.
that's what we want.
but everybody, when we screw up, we admit it, and it's like,
in the
okay,
heat of the moment, it's,
now what do we do? Now
And-
what do we do?
You
Now,
know,
you-
thankfully for us, looking back with the footage and everything, you know, when I shot that bull, I thought that bull was more broadside to me, but when we found him,
Yeah.
he was actually more quartering than what I thought because my arrow had actually went in and up into towards his chest
Correct.
cavity, which that bull did not go very far at all. But
That
at the
bull
time of
went-
the shot, looking through the peak,
100.
having to drop down, looking-
I would say it went less than 175 yards
yeah,
from where it was hit.
It was.
I would say.
But when
So
I
in
shot, I thought he was more broadside.
Yeah.
in that moment,
But it was
we
in
have a
that quick
choice: do we let him sit overnight,
Yeah.
100%.
or do we go after him?
So in Oregon, this goes back to our dad teaching us, because you see a lot of stuff on TV and everybody, you know, oh, back out, back out, back out. There's been a lot of meat loss, guys, and our biggest thing for what we do
Yeah.
is meat. We're doing this for the meat. We're
Yeah, it is.
not doing this to hold up a trophy
No.
at daylight and say, okay, look at what I killed. We're doing this for the meat, and meat can spoil.
Well-
if the animal dies at dark, and you give it a full night without like a hard freeze, which that wasn't a chance of that.
No.
happening.
You always hear, "Oh, it's going to be really cold."
It's going to be cold tonight.
Here's
yeah,
my thing,
an elk
we-
has hide that thick.
Yeah,
It
and we
keeps in the body
deal
temp.
with a high humidity
Correct.
with even though we have a 60,
In
70
Oregon.
degree in Oregon, we deal with a super high humidity. So those elk can spoil like that.
Well, and plus when an animal is laying down on its side,
That's where all the heat.
the side that's laying on the ground traps the heat.
And the blood. So the blood is at
Yes.
98.6 degrees. It
100%.
settles.
It settles down on that lower side and
That's where your
right
bone
where the
sour
ball,
starts.
right where the ball socket
Yep.
is and that hip. It just seems like it holds that heat because those bones will hold that heat and be super hot for
Yep.
a long, long time, and it can spoil meat. And
Yeah,
so
that's-
it's something we really, really, really take into consideration.
And that's where that bone sour starts, is in that knuckle.
Yeah.
And if we can get another shot on the animal, we had enough daylight.
We
that
had
was
daylight.
That was the thing. It was like, okay, what do we do? Because
Yeah.
usually you wait, the token hour and a half before
Yeah.
tracking. But with video, with Steve knowing where the shot placed, he was just like, I hit him back.
I wanted to wait.
Now,
I
you have
admit,
to.
I
Now
wanted
you
to
have
wait.
to make that.
You
choice.
wanted to
Yeah.
wait, you wanted to back up.
Because I thought
saw
he was
where it
more
hit,
broadside.
Sure.
And I knew we had 1 hour of daylight left. And
If
in
it's a
that 1
femoral
hour,
hit, he's dead within.
he's dead within 100 yards.
Oh,
100
yeah.
yards.
Yeah, he's done.
So it was like, okay, let's go find the arrow. Let's
Let's
go
look at the blood.
So right now we're forensics evidence right now. I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, that's just exactly what it
And
is.
what we did was we kept guys back. Cody and I stayed back, and Steve crept up by himself on the bloods to keep it quiet as possible, basically.
But before that, a huge thing for me was when Trent spotted him at less than 100 yards from where I shot. That was,
So when you see me spot him on the film, I could see him and his head's down. His head's down. He's still standing on his feet, but he's doing this. He's kind of
And he's
looking
like
around.
this.
Yeah, he's stilted
Stiff
out.
legs,
We call it
splayed out.
stilted out, and he's just like, I don't want to move. And it's unfortunate, but he was hurting. He was hurting, and we call it. A lot of times we'll say he was really sick. And when you're sick, you're not feeling good, and you're down, and you're. That's what he was. Honestly, that's
Yeah,
just what it
that's what
was.
So then you have a choice. You either back out
Correct.
and let him sit, and that's an hour's process.
It's
Or-
dark now, and we can't shoot after dark
No.
legally.
No, so we come back in the morning.
So you come back in the morning.
He's
and
either going to bed down and he's going to be there, or
and we get half the meat.
he might bed down and get back up and feel better. We don't know how good he is.
We don't know.
And
I'm
he
going
might
off of
he
my
might
shot.
Be gone.
Right.
that's what I was going off of, my
Right.
shot, the angle I thought. But I'm looking through a peep.
Right.
I'm not looking at a hole. I'm looking through a peep, trying to aim to take a shot.
Correct. But when you go up on him that first time, so you go out there.
I did.
And you saw
I
the
snuck
animal,
out there.
and you said
And you
he's
came
down and he's not,
He's bedding.
and then you come back, and it's like if you got that far and you got that close,
We can
let's-
do it again.
We can do it again. Let's try to get an arrow in.
Which
Let's try
And
it.
my thing was take your boots off, reduce all noise.
Did you take your shoes off? Yeah, I did. I was
Yeah.
in my socks. Yeah.
And
I was not.
it's amazing
I don't do well in
how
socks.
well you do slipping up without your
Yeah,
boots.
because I slipped out in front of you enough to try to get the
Yeah.
angle
Yeah.
to make the shot. But it was when I saw him bedded down, when I came back, and that's a good thing about having good hunting buddies, hunting partners, whatever it may be. That moral support of like, okay, because in my mind it was like I just want to let him sit because I know he's kegged up.
Right.
I didn't want to blow him out because if you jump him,
It can be the end.
it could be the end
Chances
of it.
are, I mean, there's a
The
high
chances are
probability,
slim
yes,
that you're
high
going to find
probability
him,
that he'll be
especially
gone.
when that shot's back like that, that you're going to find him.
But my thought was,
But with you talking, saying, hey, he was here, you found him here,
yeah,
that was that support, which in the end, I was glad I came back
Yeah.
and you and I went up because that told the story
Yeah.
of what.
my thought is you shoot the bull and then you find him kegged up within 100, 125 yards. Even if you jumped him again, he's gonna be.
Yeah.
He's only going 150 yards.
From the
again.
initial shot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Means he
exactly. Yeah,
is-
he's hurt bad.
He
He's
is
hurt.
He
So
is
my
very
thought
hurt.
is why don't we go up and try to make something happen in the daylight? Let's get this thing done.
Yeah. We don't want him to suffer.
Yeah,
in the
let's
end,
get it
that's not
done.
what we want.
And
But we don't want to lose him at the same time.
100%.
So it's kind of
It's a, I'm not saying a gamble, but it's an educated decision
Yeah.
between
100%.
people. We take a poll and be like, what do we think?
well, you'll see.
We've all been on
Yeah.
trails. We've
They,
all been on a lot
they
of
may
trails.
or may not see something later on in the year where we do make a decision like that.
Whoa,
Foreshadowing.
whoa, whoa.
Yeah, that just
I
happened.
don't even have that written down.
You guys know? You guys know who Lunkers TV? Have you ever seen that?
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens there. Great guy.
Yeah, great guy.
Anyway, guys, shout outs. I'm just going to give it up to the floor to you guys.
You got. Actually, I have.
Trevor,
one.
do you have any shout outs?
Really putting me on the spot here. I will in the comments, I'm sure.
I sure hope so. I sure hope. I honestly live my life vicariously through the comments.
I bet you do. I bet you do. That's
Actually,
because
I
he doesn't
don't.
have any friends.
I don't read any. I honestly don't read them.
I read all.
I
So-
don't have time to read them.
I would like to give a huge shout out to Randall Lim, his son Matthew Lim.
Yeah.
Yep,
Special
who's-
needs.
Yep, special needs, who harvested his first buck this year.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was awesome.
It was
To-
awesome.
Yeah,
You showed me
to-
the picture.
Yeah, to see that and read that was absolutely awesome.
Awesome.
So,
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
That's all I've got on this end. I'm going to let Trevor close it out, unfortunately. Go ahead.
perfect.
Why would you say unfortunately?
Did I
Because
say
it's
it?
aged up.
Why?
Did I say it? Did I
Why?
say it?
He's in the middle. He's got to
Oh
finish it.
gosh.
You're in the middle.
Guys, I'm so glad that you guys were able to watch Arizona along with us. It was one of the best hunts we've ever been
It
on.
really, really was.
I hope we get to
Truly.
go back there like tomorrow.
If
drawn-
one of
I'm
these
drawn
guys
next
draw
year.
the tag in the next year, they're
will-
going to need ice for a certain region.
Yes.
It's that's not cool. That is not good at all.
Not
Oh
cool.
my
That
God.
is not cool.
That place was a special
But
place.
It was fun.
Even
And
though I was frustrated as heck for a while, in the end,
I'm glad it worked
what
out the way it did.
yeah.
To
And it
hunt,
was
well,
more
it was
than
a
worked out.
14-day hunt on day 8. Steve capitalized. It was awesome.
there was a lot of presence, I think, that had to do with everything going on. It was
awesome.
It was
Unbelievable.
awesome.
It was
awesome.
an experience that
But
I
it's
will
just
never forget.
and that's the other thing. It's not just Arizona, guys. It's any.
Yeah.
It could be over the counter
Yeah.
Colorado tag. It doesn't take a awesome tag to
Yeah.
experience the stuff that.
And
we
it doesn't have to be a giant bull. It could be a 4-point, it
Yes.
could be a 5-point, it could be a 3-point. I mean, depending on where you are, who you're with,
do. Yeah.
just that experience, just
It's
having
just
the
Trevor and I'll
blast.
smack you in the mouth if you. Try to-
Well, just for hunting elk for so long and putting in for so long and to hunt a place like that, Arizona, I will say, you don't get to hunt there that much. If you were an Arizona resident, it would be tough because
Man,
to see all those bulls and then you only get to hunt like once every 5 to 10 years maybe?
Yes.
In Oregon, that's the great thing. We get to hunt every
We do.
single year.
Every year.
Every year.
Yeah.
Colorado,
at the-
every single year.
at the
Nevada's
same
the same way. They don't-
Sure, but you can limit yourself. See, and that's what, like when we were talking to a lot of those guys, who are like, well, I'm not going to draw for another at least 5 or 6 years, is what they're saying. I'm like, well, do you just jump over to Colorado or anything
Explore
where you can
some
draw
other
over the
states.
tag, over the counter tag? And they're just like, no, never thought about it. And I'm like, man,
Some of those guys have never hunted elk.
Right.
And
And
it's
to
just
have
never
that,
once. And then you
to
go
have
in
that-
and you go into the belly of that beast. Holy
I've hunted elk and I
you
went
think,
into the belly
man,
of
elk
that beast.
hunting's so easy.
Elk hunting is not hard. What is all this YouTube stuff? Man, these guys killing spikes.
I mean,
Wow.
you
What's
gotta
wrong
think-
with going spike?
I didn't say anything was wrong with it. I'm just saying how they could
Self-film spike, by the way.
That was
we have hunted elk
That
our
was
whole
awesome.
lives, and we went into
Yeah.
the belly of the beast, and I was a freaking mess. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it can.
It can happen to anybody.
I'm hoping I draw it Nevada next year.
Yeah, so you're gonna hear
'Cause you
lots
guys are
of.
gonna
You're
kill
probably
me.
gonna hear lots of jokes about us. Oh, we're trophy hunters now, all that
No,
stuff.
we are not.
I will shoot the first spike that walks in front of me.
Me too.
If it comes in
Me too.
anywhere else, but
I
it
didn't
was
put the
awesome.
camera high enough, but if you look at any of these raptors, there's a lot of spikes. A lot of spikes. So. All right, guys.
Guys, if you guys have enjoyed this whole series, we earn our living through doing YouTube videos.
No, you
and,
don't.
Well, you do.
Yeah, but dentistry is what you said our living.
Yeah.
We enjoy our
I brush
ventures on it.
I brushed my teeth this morning.
That's the first time in 2 weeks. I public.
Just so you know, I can't tell.
Okay, inappropriate.
Basically,
Go ahead. Trey.
basically, for us to go on these hunts,
Yeah.
we actually rely on your guys' support. It's around the holidays right now. If you guys enjoy this at all, we would love it if you guys would go to our website, Born and Raised Outdoors. If you guys have any gifts or anything that you'd like to buy for yourself or your dad or your kids or something, we would sure appreciate it if you go on our website, pick something up, and it helps support us and helps keep us going day to day so that we can bring videos like this to you guys as much as possible. So thank you guys so much, and we have really appreciated all of your guys' feedback, your comments, and obviously your support over these years. And we cannot wait to bring you some more things. There's actually a lot more elk hunting to come, and we're just right in the middle of it.
There's a bunch in the hopper.
Yes.
Some good stuff to come.
You guys might like it.
Yeah. Trent actually might kill something one of these
Did
days.
you just talk about yourself in the third person?
Exactly.
Awkward. Bye.
Goodbye.